Hey everyone, welcome back for another deep dive. Some of these lyrics you sound are pretty out there, but this one today takes the cake.
Tell me about it. 5inG th3 G00D V1b3s. I mean, is Kurt Holes for real?
That's what we're here to figure out,
Uh-huh.
right? And are those typos in the title on purpose?
It's definitely a choice. And that's before we even get to the words themselves, right? I feel like we're dealing with a whole lot of stuff here. Ambition, struggle, maybe even some existential angst. Let's dive in.
Sounds good to me. So, first impression, Kurt Holt, this guy's got energy to burn, right? Keep wanting to go after it, hustle the test shift, live for one touch.
Yeah, it's like he's mainlining espresso. There's this real sense of drive, this need to achieve, almost aggressively so.
Almost like a motivational poster
Yeah.
in a hurricane. It's interesting you say that because there's this other side to it too. He's got lines like, words that I ploy when felt so void.
Exactly. It's like he's trying to outrun something, trying to convince himself and us that everything's sunshine and rainbows, but then those moments of vulnerability slip through.
Yeah, and it makes you wonder, are the good vibes genuine, or is it all just a front?
Right. It's like he's wearing a mask. And speaking of things that feel a little forced, can we talk about the repetition? Sing the voice, love the breath, live for one touch. It's like a mantra, but not necessarily a happy one.
It's giving desperate affirmation, you know what I mean?
Absolutely. Repetition in lyrics, it can be super powerful. It can drive a point home or even create this hypnotic effect. But here it feels more like someone clinging to a lifeline, totally unsure how long they can hold on, like he's trying to will these good vibes into existence.
And just when you think he's about to wrap it all up, bam, that ending hits you right between the eyes. It's so sad. I mean, talk about undercutting your own message, right?
Right. It's brutal. It makes you question everything you just heard.
It really does. So we've got this weird mix of drive and despair, these repeated phrases that sound almost frantic, and then that ending that just throws everything out of whack. What's the takeaway? What is Kurt Holes really trying to tell us with 5inG th3 G00D V1b3s?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? And maybe there isn't one easy answer. But I think that's kind of the beauty of art. It sparks more questions than it answers. On the surface, it's this high-energy track, all about hustling and chasing dreams. But underneath, there's this real sense of struggle, of vulnerability, of someone grappling with some heavy stuff.
It's like what you were saying earlier about the mask.
Yeah,
He's putting on a good show, but behind it all,
exactly. Behind it all, there's something else going on. And I think that resonates with people. We all feel that pressure to present a perfect image, especially online, right? To only show the highlight reel, the good vibes. But that's not real life, is it? Real life is messy, it's complicated.
and sometimes it's just plain sad.
Exactly.
Well, that about wraps it up for us, but we want to hear from you. What do you think, listeners? Are Kurt Hole's good vibes the real deal, or is it all just a carefully constructed facade? Let us know, and we'll see you next time for another deep dive.
See you then.